What's up, y'all? Cattle Prod. What we got going on today? Well, got a story, got some shout outs, got some music. What are we listening to? There it is. It's Dehumanized. We're on the first track. This is cool stuff, man. Yeah. This is an old one. Picked this up many, many years ago. It's a great one. They got some new stuff too, just as good. I think the last album they put out was pretty good. Or the album before that, don't remember. Look it up. It's on YouTube. It's really good. Yeah. The 12 gauge round. Hit that with a 5.56, about 75 yards with a red dot sight. No scope. I didn't hit it once, I hit it twice. Just flexing my shooting skills, y'all. Well, here we are. Extreme ideas, extreme music, extreme people, or whatever the saying is for us metal people. Yeah, we are. If you're like, man, I love the music, but you guys are wild. And I think one guy was saying, man, you guys in Texas are fucking nuts. Yeah, and that's probably why there ain't many of us old dudes left, man. That's why you go to the scenes now, and there's only a handful of us walking around the crowd. We all look like hell. Yeah, we're the only ones left. It's extreme music, extreme people, extreme ideas. Justin was just saying today, actually I watched the video today, it came out, his, you'll see mine later, but you want to be the most unnatural, unnormal person, you know, this is all about exploring that darkness, you know, within yourself. It's what the scene's all about, dude. You know, if you're just bobbing your head and you think it's cool, that's cool, but just know that the guy next to you might be kind of crazy. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Oh, shout outs. Suicidal Grind. You're cool, dude. Fucking love Dehumanized, dude. Suicidal Grind, if you haven't read the comment about that he left a comment on that one video I have. I have a video where I'm basically describing covering a probate office bathroom in urine. So if you haven't seen that one, it's the one that's getting all the fucking views and all the likes on it. So, sorry about me pissing all over the place because I was pissed off at the cops. So I pinned your comment, homie, because that you're just bringing so much to the table. I think people ought to read that just to get some more information. I'm going to share a little bit more. Some of you may be wondering why that situation, if you watch that video, why did that situation not escalate? I had already been in their jail cells. Doing time, actual population in a county jail in that particular county. They were very well known for my antics. I was a bicycle rider, and I was quite the terror on the bicycle. And the greenways, I owned that greenway on a bicycle. I was the metalhead guy that owned that greenway on a bicycle. I would wreck your shit and outrace you. I could race you. There was only like one guy I couldn't beat. And, well, long story, but I was well known with the police department, had already been in their population before, so there was a lot of history there, and they were just at their wits' end with me. I was driving in this entire place, insane, and it was a small town. It was not Houston, Texas. It was not even near Houston, Texas. It, in fact, wasn't even in Texas. Yeah, guys, I'm not in Texas anymore. But anyways, so why did that not escalate? They didn't want to see my encore. They did not want to know what I was going to do next. And I had a good track record with them of causing a lot of havoc and a lot of chaos. So if you're just wondering, there you go. There's a little backstory for you. Done with that. So the story I want to get to now. So if you watch some of my older videos, you might have heard me say the word university. Yeah, I did go to a university. I'm not going to say which one. I graduated. I have a bachelor's degree. I'm also a high school dropout. So I was a little bit older when I went into university, and so it was in my 30s. So it was harder to hang around 20-somethings because you just have that age discrepancy. So I ended up hanging around a lot of veterans. The vets coming back from their time in the Army or Marines or whatever, our Air Force, Navy. I would spend my time with them because they were older and just had seen more and done more with their lives than most of the people around. So we had just spent pretty good conversations. So every now and then, some really attractive 20-something female would get interested in us older guys because we were older, wiser. Our stuff was a little bit more together. We weren't just bopping around like fresh out of high school like some dumbass child. We were men. We were already men. These 18, 19, they're boys still. So some girls, ladies, young ladies, I don't know, that sounds wrong, but women would come and hang out with us, talk to us, get to know us. And yes, I actually met my wife at that university. But before I had met my wife, there were other women. Now, not going to get into that. You don't want to hear it. Except for this one girl. There was crappy ass apartments we stayed in, and this really pretty, she had like platinum blonde, is blue eyes, just perfect skin, just gorgeous woman. Just think gorgeous woman. With some curves on her, not too much, not too crazy, but this woman was very attractive, and she was like 20 or 21 or some shit like that. She lived below me, and the apartment's below me, so we saw each other all the time, saw each other on campus. I think we even had the same major, so we saw each other in the same buildings and shit like that. So we just said hey all the time, saying hey all the time, and as the semester goes on, you get a little more and more conversation happens. You're not just saying hey anymore, you're just talking about stuff that you do. So she's very attractive, and trust me, some of my guy friends are actually seeing her, and they're like, damn, that chick's smoking hot, and she's talking to you, that's fucking awesome. And I'm like, man, I fucking know. So this lady, I don't even remember her name anymore, but anyways, Blondie, we'll call her that. We have a different name for her, we're going to call her Blondie for right now. So Blondie was, she had just come back from like a festival, and there was a festival miles away, many miles away, that was pretty well known. Nothing like a death metal guy, like I have my black metal shirt on here, Migwa or whatever. Nothing we'd be interested in. Like metal bands played at this festival, but it was like Lamb of God, and that would be like the only metal band, or Meshuggah, which I wouldn't mind seeing Meshuggah, but I'm not going to sit through a festival of bullshit trendy music to see Meshuggah. Not doing it. Not fucking doing it. So anyways, this chick, she tells me she's been to this festival. She just got back, had a great time. I'm like, cool, that's awesome, man. What bands were you there for? Just trying to be polite, but really I don't care, because she's not going to say metal. So she was like, well, this favorite artist, wait for it, this favorite artist is going to play. That's why I went. Oh, makes sense. I wouldn't do that, but you did. That's fine. So she was like, man, I really wanted to roll for that artist. If you don't know what rolling means, it means ecstasy or MDMA. I don't know what you young people call it back in the day. We call it MDMA back in the day. Ecstasy later on. Then X, I think it was just abbreviated X, but now X is a website. I don't know. But anyways, she wanted to do this MDMA ecstasy drum. And she could not score the entire time she was at that festival, which is kind of odd. But she said she couldn't score. So she just kind of got really desperate and started like looking on the ground to see if anybody dropped anything. Now, if you've been to concerts, big stadium concerts or big concerts, after a while, like, people leave, and then you like behind, you can find like wallets and cell phones and shoes and sometimes money. So anyways, she was doing got her flashlight on her phone and was looking on the ground for drugs. Yep, alarm bells are going off. She said she scored. She found some. She's like, man, I found some, and I got 2 tabs. And I took them and I got to do it for the art. She found them, the drugs, on the floor of a portable toilet. Yeah, those blue plastic tube things that you go and poo and pee in. And you know when you go in there, just disgusting. You just don't, whatever you do, don't look down because it's just waste down there. Yeah, they got rows of them. You know, she said she went to each one of them looking on, found drugs on the floor of a portable toilet at a major festival filled full of drug addicts. And this festival was always full of drug addicts. That's another reason I didn't want to go, because everybody was on drugs. And I'm like, got another song. You pick that up and you put that in your mouth. Fuck me. I don't know if I said fuck me, but I was like, you put that in your mouth? And just had this questioning, like, what did I just hear? And she was like, oh, yeah. I guess she realized what she looked like to me. This beautiful woman just dissolved away into like a pile of steaming garbage that I was like, oh, there's hepatitis. No, I don't think I'll have hepatitis. This was a moment where I would have like, man, I'd eat that girl's ass too. I wouldn't fuck her with your dick. So yeah, and who did she do this for? She did this for an artist. This is kind of the topper. Who is the artist she was excited to see and put toilet drugs in her mouth? Skrillex. Oh, fuck yeah. Skrillex. So this kind of dates when this happened. So it was like 2010s. I think I was still in my 30s. Many years ago. To see Skrillex. Man, I really want to see Skrillex. Oh, look. Drugs on the floor of a portable toilet at an outdoor festival with like 100,000 people or however many they had. I don't know. But it was a lot. Oh, dude. I got so repulsed by that. I was like, I was standing in line to get some food. That's how we were talking. I'm standing in line to get food, and I'm like, well, I lost my appetite. So I think I'm going to leave. And I did. Went back and gathered with my friends. Some of who are vets. Some of them are just weird guys that would fall into this weird crowd that we had. And I was like, man, you know that blonde chick? They're like, yeah. And I told them the story, and they were all like, throwing up and shit. From that day forward, the girl in our circle was known as Toilet Chick. Toilet Chick. Fucking said it. She'd be like, oh, there's Toilet Chick. And it got to the point where we said it loud enough to where she just like went from this pretty, headstrong, capable woman to this like defeated, like she just didn't want to walk past this. She didn't even make eye contact after a while. I don't really feel bad. I wanted to feel bad, but I couldn't when I realized you put that in your mouth. What else would this chick do? Now, I would love to find out what this chick would do, but it would not involve my penis. My penis would be nowhere near this. Although I did have one friend who was still interested in her, and she was less interested in him after she found out that was the only reason he was it. He went after her because she was Toilet Chick. He was like, oh, I gotta have this. And I'm like, you gotta have hepatitis, bro. You're fucking crazy, dog. But no, he pursued that. It did not work out for him, and that's probably a good thing. I hope that man, my friend, is doing well. I would laugh if he showed up in the comments one day talking about this. Well, that's it for today, y'all. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you're enjoying this. See ya.